Welcome to SmartStart Japan's guide on what to expect during your first year running a startup in Japan. If you've just incorporated or are about to, this video will help you prepare for what comes next. The first year of your startup journey is filled with excitement, challenges, and a lot of important paperwork. Japan has a business environment that rewards structure, patience, and long-term planning, but it can also be overwhelming for newcomers. In this video, I'll take you through what your first 12 months will really look like, from setting up operations and staying legally compliant, to managing your time and burn rate, and even building credibility in the Japanese market. Let's get started. Let me start with the reality check. Incorporation is just the beginning. Expect 1 to 3 months of setup tasks like banking, payroll, and tax registration. Visa renewals depend on visible traction, not just paperwork. Your monthly burn rate can range from 300,000 to 700,000 yen, even at a lean stage. Permits and licenses are separate from incorporation. Apply early if your industry is regulated. Government grants and subsidies are available, but documentation and timing are key. And here's something crucial. Building local trust and showing consistency is more valuable than fast scaling in Japan. Before we jump into the main content, let me quickly introduce the team behind SmartStart Japan. First up is Tyson Bettino. He's one of our co-founders and a resident mentor at 500 Global. Tyson has advised over 35 companies on how to scale their business here in Japan, and he brings a ton of insight on what actually works in this market. Next is Taejin Yoon, or TJ as we call him. He's fluent in both Japanese and English, and he's personally helped over 30 companies incorporate in Japan. He's the guy who makes sure the legal and administrative pieces fall into place. And finally, supporting from behind the scenes is me, Heiken Won. I am part of our marketing team and work closely with TJ on incorporation, subsidy applications, and whatever else our clients need to get launched smoothly. Many founders think the hard part is over after incorporation, but in Japan, that's when the real work begins. You'll receive your registration certificate and corporate number, but now comes banking, tax registration, office documentation, and compliance setup. Within your first few weeks, you'll need to open a corporate bank account, set up accounting, and run payroll, even if you're your own first employee. If you haven't incorporated yet, check out SmartStart Japan's guide to getting started in the link below for help with your first steps. Opening a corporate bank account is required to operate legally and handle all company transactions. It's necessary for paying staff and qualifying for subsidies. Some banks require in-person interviews and often request a Japanese language business plan. You'll need to prepare your registration certificate, seal certificate, and valid ID. Allow 2 to 4 weeks for approval. This process can take longer than expected due to conservative review processes and back and forth with agencies. You'll need an accounting system for monthly tax filings, investor reporting, and subsidy documentation. Use Japanese compliance systems like Money Forward, Free, or Yayoi. Set up invoice templates, chart of accounts, and expense tracking early. I highly recommend hiring a bilingual accountant if possible for smoother communication and accuracy, and have them contact SmartStart to coordinate. Clean records also support visa renewals and future fundraising. Subsidies can act as accelerators for a startup. Business manager visa holders benefit from being formally on payroll. Payroll is required for social insurance, tax withholding, and salary documentation. You'll need to issue payslips, withhold appropriate tax, and file required reports. Use payroll software or work with a licensed insurance specialist. Note: even solo founders must formalize their compensation legally. For many foreign founders, one of the biggest concerns during year 1 is visa renewal. If you're on a startup visa, the clock is ticking. These visas are usually valid for 6 to 12 months, and they are intended to give you time to prepare your business before applying for a business manager visa. But make no mistake, if you don't show visible traction, you risk losing your ability to stay in Japan. That means you'll need to secure an office lease in your company's name, show ongoing business activity like client outreach or product development, and ideally have a small amount of revenue or contracts in motion. You also need a business plan with clear financial and operational goals. If you can demonstrate these factors, you can transition to a business manager visa. Failing to show progress could mean starting over from abroad. Our advice? Document everything: your expenses, your sales efforts, your marketing campaigns, and stay proactive. Let's talk about something every founder underestimates: time and money. Japan runs on paperwork, precision, and patience. Tasks that might take a few days elsewhere, like getting a bank account or registering a tax ID, could take weeks in Japan. Holidays like Golden Week and New Year can delay everything. And if you don't speak Japanese, every interaction takes more time. Meanwhile, your burn rate keeps rising. Rent, salaries, accounting fees, and social insurance can add up quickly. Even for lean teams, you're likely spending between 300,000 to 700,000 yen per month. That's why it's essential to outsource what you can early: payroll processing, tax filings, and even grant applications. Just because you've registered your company doesn't mean you can start operating freely. Depending on your industry, you may need special permits or licenses. For example, if you're opening a food business, importing electronics, or operating in fintech, there are separate applications you must complete, often in Japanese and often with a waiting period of 1 to 2 months. Launching without these permits is illegal and could jeopardize your visa status. That's why it's crucial to consult with legal advisors or check with your local ward office about industry-specific requirements. Don't wait until the last minute. Plan your licensing strategy as early as possible so your launch isn't delayed. Here's the good news. Japan offers excellent financial support for new businesses, especially startups. Subsidies are available to help cover incorporation fees, marketing, hiring, and even office rent. Programs like the Tokyo Startup Subsidy or the Jetro Foreign Entrepreneur Program offer real cash, but applying takes time and documentation. You'll need a solid business plan, proper receipts, and usually someone who can communicate in Japanese. If your startup involves digital transformation or technology, there are even more programs available through METI. These grants can reduce your monthly burn and give you more runway. But they're competitive, so having support from a firm like SmartStart Japan can significantly increase your chances of approval. In your first year, traction doesn't just mean sales, it means credibility. In Japan, trust is built slowly but lasts a long time. That's why networking is so critical. Attend pitch nights, join startup events, and don't be afraid to reach out to mentors or experienced founders. Work with bilingual advisors who can represent your company professionally. Even your landlord or your tax accountant can become a trusted advocate. When people trust you, they introduce you to others. And in a market like Japan, those introductions are everything. Focus on consistency, follow up, and showing your face regularly. You're not just building a company, you're building a reputation. So what does a successful first year look like? You've transitioned from a startup visa to a business manager visa. You've secured a few clients or signed at least one pilot project. Your books are clean, your taxes are filed, and your compliance reports are up to date. You've submitted your first annual report and know what to expect next year. You've built trust with partners, found your rhythm with Japanese operations, and are no longer surprised by every process. That doesn't mean you're making a profit yet, but you've laid a strong legal and strategic foundation for year 2. On the flip side, many founders struggle because they underestimate setup time, ignore documentation, or fail to build local relationships. The difference between S33 success and burnout often comes down to preparation. Every step you take matters, but with the right guidance, the right partners, and a clear plan, you can absolutely make it work. At SmartStart Japan, we specialize in helping foreign entrepreneurs through every step of this journey, from incorporation and visa support to subsidy applications and operational compliance. If you're planning your first year or already in the thick of it, we'd love to support you. Book a free 30-minute consultation at smartstartjapan.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on starting and scaling your business in Japan.